Okay, so we're back up and running at last. Back in the garage. I know for anyone who's been following the videos and the channel, there's been, I don't know, well over a month since I last posted. Probably longer than that, I don't know. Basically, the story is that I've been incredibly busy. I decided to repoint the wall on the rear of our house. And it was a massive job of scaffolding, and then we had it blast cleaned. I decided at the last minute to have it blast cleaned, and anyway, it went on for ages. So then I went straight from that into doing doing a friend's kitchen, putting a new kitchen in. And of course, with kitchens, you can't just do a couple of days and then sort of finish. I had to once I'd started, I had to carry on. So that's taken non-stop. I went straight from doing the back wall of our house straight into the kitchen. Anyway, I'm back now. So just before Christmas, I had a wonderful little Christmas present, and that is the T160. This T160. Now this is the engine, the T160 engine that I rebuilt last year, and the owner Ali, he's got the engine back, and he's now got it in the bike, and he's spent a few months and got all the bike back together again, which is fantastic. It's looking great. And now he's brought it back to me for initial commissioning to get it all running and set up and running right. So here it is, and so I'll take you through what needs doing, what we're going to do. So to begin with, obviously the first thing I want to do is get the engine started and check that it's all running, because of course I haven't started it. So that'll be the first thing I do. That's obviously the main part of what we're doing, is to get the engine running and make sure everything's all right, and then get it all tuned and running really nicely. Okay, so as part of that, we're going to be adjusting the ignition timing. I'll be setting up the carbs, tuning the carbs. Then we're going to be retorquing the head down, the cylinder head, and then we're going to be checking and resetting the tappets after I've run it for, I don't know, as long as I can. We'll be checking it all then, and making sure the engine's running smoothly, got a nice tick over, everything's fine. So yeah, we'll be checking the ignition. So then I've just had a quick look round the bike, and here are some things that we need to do. Yeah, so check the ignition timing, number one. Then what else we got? Oh yeah. So then what I've done is I'll do this again to show you. When I got the bike, I took the spark plugs out, and I just chugged the engine over and over and over and over on the starter to make sure we had oil pressure, oil flowing round. And so what we did was I took the oil cap off. I don't know what you can see down in there, but basically I just chugged it over and over on the starter until I could see oil returning into the tank, so I knew that we had good oil. And also we actually it came up on the oil warning light went off. So that's our neutral, and that's our oil warning light. Oops, that's the bike. Oh, having a little fire. This is pretty good. Decides to have a little spark of ignition there. Right, so I've already done that, and I know that there's oil returning to the tank, which is fantastic. So ready for the startup. So I'll be doing that. I'm doing that first. Oh yeah, but when I was chugging the engine over and doing that, I suddenly realised there's oil underneath the engine. And what I've discovered, I'll put a photo in here because I don't think you're going to see it. What I discovered was that it's leaking from there, from the, get my finger in the right place, yeah. From there, the oil, that's the oil pressure switch. That's the switch that drives the little light we've just seen on the binnacle. And basically, when I put that in, I'm always a bit worried about threads and that. And I hadn't tightened it up enough. And so, the first thing I had to do was to mend that oil leak. In order to do that, I've taken the silencers off because they're only loosely fitted, because everything's just like semi, you know, it's not fitted. So I took the silencers off and I took that out, I took that switch out, and then I put some PTFE tape around the thread and put it back in tight, and it's fine now. So that's why I've had to take the silencers off. So we got that sorted. I was checking the neutral switch. So we've got some of the extra neutral wire in there. I might tidy that up. I might shorten those wires and tidy it up. Okay, yeah, we've got to set the ignition timing, and then we'll check it on the strobe, which is why I've got that. The cover off the timing case so that we can check the ignition with the strobe. Then there's a weird electrical things we've got to sort out. There's no headlight at the moment, no main beam, and so I need to look at that. Then the horn wasn't working, and I've tested it. All I've done basically, I put a circuit tester on the power lead to the horn, press the button, and sure enough it's showing 12 volts. So I know that there's power going to the horn, but the horn, there's nothing dead. And basically, you know, the horn is clearly not working. So I've just ordered another horn. The only trouble with that is the one that you get, I'm fairly sure, doesn't come with a bracket. So here's the old horn. I'm not quite sure what's happened to it. That, you know, there should be another connector. That's the connector for live, and then there's no connector for the earth, which I think was there, but anyways, it's definitely dead. Anyway, so this bracket here at the bottom, which is what do you call it, riveted on, I'm fairly sure it won't come with a new horn, so I'll have to drill this one off, and then I normally use a little nut and bolt there to fit that bracket onto the replacement horn, so I can get it back on the bike. So we need to do that. We've got twin disc fitted, which is great, but there's just air in there at the moment. There's no fluid, so we need to refill that with fluid, bleed it all, and see if we can get the brakes up, front brake up and working. There's no brake either, but we'll come on to that. But I need to get the front brake working. What else? Yeah, I need to refit the exhaust. Oh yeah, now I'm not sure. I also need to check basic things like I want to check that the engine's charging okay, the battery's charging okay. So we've got a bit of a setup here, but I think we're okay. So we've got the alternator in the timing case, which comes to an original rectifier, and we've got an original Zener diode on the front. So it's the original basic charging system, but it should work. I always recommend, there's got the original bulb in there. I recommend, if you're going to keep the original charging system, change to LED, because if you ride with your headlight on, then it simply won't. The original charging system isn't good enough. Well, at least the rectifier and the Zener diode aren't enough to keep the battery charged. The alternator under there is okay. So I would recommend changing to like a Boyer power box, which is basically a little combined Zener diode kind of thing, and or regulator and rectifier. But we'll see if this is working, number one. Okay, so we've got to do that. Exhaust back on. It's really about checking the engine, about re-torquing, checking there's no leaks anywhere, or any more leaks anywhere, and setting the tappets and so on, and just checking everything's hunky-dory, checking all our, everything's working there. Front brake. Now, the rear brake, as you might notice, he's got this, he's fitted this amazing sort of racing swinging arm, which is an amazing bit of kit. I've not seen one before, but an amazing bit of kit. But of course that brings problems with it, in the fact that there's that combined, and he's fitted rear sets. Now, I've not used rear sets before, but people tell me that it's actually a lot more comfortable riding position. He's managed to find a pair of original Hyde rear sets, which he's put on, which is great. But that means that the rear master cylinder, it doesn't fit anywhere. It's just held on with that cable tie at the moment. There's no fluid in it at the moment, but he's going to have to make a bracket to fit it on so it works, and somehow we need to get the rear brake switch working, because at the moment the brake switch there doesn't line up with the actual brake, and you can see that. So you know, don't know how it's working because it's not doing anything at the moment. The brake interferes with the nut on the bottom of the kickstart lever, so what I might try doing is just simply turning this bolt upside down. It's got a smaller head on the top, but obviously at the moment it's interfering. There's little things, just, you know, it's general commission things like that you get with a bike, especially fitting non-standard parts. So you've got a non-standard swinging arm, you've got the rear sets, things like that. It just needs sorting out, so it's all done. So that's the work we're going to be doing. I've already chugged it over. We've got oil coming. Good. Immediately found an oil leak on the oil pressure switch. That's mended. Good. Next job we're going to do is actually start the engine. Of the timing should be pretty okay, but we'll start it and then we'll check it on the strobe, because it's only static time before, and then I'll run it, you know, to get it running as best I can, and then we'll retort the head. We'll do the tappets, then we'll set the carbs. That's the main thing. I'll probably try and start it tomorrow. I might just put the silencers back on loosely. I'm actually waiting. We got some new clamps coming, because these are the wrong clamps and the others are missing completely, and they won't be here for a couple of days. So I might just shove it, and I'm discovering, you know, everything's fairly loose. You know, the exhaust has just literally been shoved on, so the clamps aren't done up there either. So, but I reckon we can just shove things back on and start it. It'll be okay, just on the bench. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing. Oh yeah, so I've got a new clutch cable coming, because for those of you who followed before, you know, I spent ages sorting the clutch out, and I put in an extra thick clutch plate, friction plate, and the clutch at the moment is not great. It's okay, it's not great, but it's got this very horrible original kinked cable. So I've ordered a new cable. So I'm going to fit that, and then and I want to try and get this clutch, you know, as sweet and as smooth as we can get it, because it's okay at the moment, but you know, I'm not been overly enamoured. It's not like, wow, that's fantastic, which is what I want it to be. Okay, yeah, you know, and obviously, you know, we haven't got a number plate and all that. I just want to check all the electrics working. I can't do the rear brake. Yeah, we've got a front brake light switch, so hopefully I'll try and get that one working. I wonder if actually, I wonder if we've got a rear brake light. Oh, we have. Look at that. Yeah. So there's a little screw in there to adjust it. Obviously the brake light's working now without any fluid in. The trick is to get it working. You know, like we have to pull this lever on quite a long way before the light comes on. Well, I don't know, but I'm pleased with that. Oh, well done. That's Ali that's done that. I haven't touched that, so that's great. Yeah, so sort the electrics out, charging, engine, tappets, and the torquing the head down, checking all the gears are working. You know, just basically getting it running decent. And then it will go back to Ali. He would sort the rear brake out and the seats and all the final bits and the number plate and so on, and it should be on the road. But our job now is to go through these basic faults and things and just get it running really nice, and then ready for him to finish off when he gets it. So first job coming up is let's get that engine started. Let's see if it runs and see what it sounds like. Hi, I'm sorry, but I'm going to be a bit of a tease now, because I've realised it's actually quite late in the evening now, and so I can't be trying to start the engine because of the neighbours and so on. So sorry, it's a bit of a tease, this one. I'm actually going to start the engine tomorrow now, or try and start the engine tomorrow. So sorry, this is just like a preliminary video, and then we'll actually start work on all the things and get the engine started and so on. Try and get the engine started tomorrow.